Hello and welcome to Cycling with Russ and welcome to another video. So over the last 12 months I've noticed that there's been a massive influx on electric bike pumps. Everyone from Silca to Muck-Off to other brands which I can't recall right now have all released their own version of electric pumps, and joining the market with that is obviously Trance. So Trance have released the Air Rush electric mini pump, and I've been using it now for the last, I've had it in my saddlebag for the last probably 4 weeks, and unfortunately, it's a good thing actually, because no one ever really wants to use the pump when they're out on a ride. I've not had any punctures. But I have been using it. I have been topping up my tyres, I've been letting them down and filling them back up. The beauty of the electric pumps, which I'll mention now, that I like is the fact that you've got a digital display and you can see exactly down to the PSI that you want to run in your tyres. A lot of people have their little electric things where you put it on and then it tells you what PSI when you pumped it up with, but when you're using a pump then you've got to take that off, you've got to carry on pumping it up. With this you literally just click onto the PSI that you want, stick it on the valve, press start, and away it goes and does its thing, and it's bang on. And also when you're out on a ride as well, if you're unfortunate in getting a puncture, rather than guessing with a crap little hand pump which you just pump and you just literally pump up until it gets hard, and then you're wondering all throughout the ride whether it's right, are you running the right pressures, is it too low, is it too high, it can be a right pain in the backside and ruin your ride. And likewise with the CO2 canisters as well, you can put them on and it can just blow it out, or you can be running your tyres far too hard and then it just ruins your ride because you're picking up every single bit of road vibration out on your ride. So yeah, I'm a massive fan of the electric air pumps. Now, let me tell you what you get with this, because I think that this is a real good deal at the price point and the features what you're getting. I don't think there's anything that comes as close. So obviously there's the box. You get some little bump on the back, but like everything, I never look inside, look on the things. I'm always interested in what's inside. Now I have repackaged this and tried to put it as best I can on how it was, but yeah, that's how it comes. You've got a little bag of goodies there which we'll go into in a minute, and then you've got the pump itself there. This is your bag. It's always worth putting your pump in a waterproof bag, because the pumps themselves, they're not waterproof. So a nice little touch from Trek is that you actually get a decent waterproof bag. You get a valve. Now I always wondered what this was for, and then one of my mates told me that he was using an electric pump with the TPU tubes which come with the plastic valves. I know you can get some now with metal valves, but if they come with a plastic valve, this is what this is for, because no matter which electric pump you use, they do get hot, and if you put this direct onto a plastic tube, there's a good chance that it'll melt it. So yeah, that's what this is for. Keeps it cool. You literally just screw it into whichever side you're using. Actually, you screw it into the bottom. You've got one bit there, I'll show you in a moment. You screw it in there, away it goes, done. Then in there as well, you get a little football needle pump thing, whatever they're called, I'm not too sure what they're called. Then inside the bag, to keep everything organised, there's a little net where you can put things. So you get a little lanyard that you can put on there. I don't tend to use them. You get a USB-C charge cable. Now you can have a USB-C to USB-C, which will charge it quicker, but in the box you get a USB-A, I think they're called, to USB-C. The pump itself is USB-C, which I'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, you get that fast charging and easily accessible, because most devices these days now are on USB-C. Then in there as well, you get two different valve heads. You get one which is for, I always get these names mixed up, you get one for Schrader, and then you get one for Presta. If you're on a road bike, or you've got any, and most mountain bikes and most road bikes these days are on this, but that is a nice touch if you are running a 26-inch wheel with the old valves. They do look after you there. You've got a storage point on the side here where one can screw into, but I won't be carrying that because there's no need. No one I know runs them valves, and none of them come on my bike either, so yeah, there's no need for me to carry that. So you get this here, which you can screw onto the bottom there, and then that's locked and loaded and ready to go. So on the side here is your charge port, which is USB-C. Get a nice little waterproof cover there. There's a vent here on the bottom, and you've got a vent on the bottom, sorry, you've got a vent on the top there, and then you've got a vent on the bottom here. Turn it on, you just hold the middle button, and that's your screen. It may be flashing, that's my camera, but it doesn't flash. Then, like I said, you got a pressure up there. As you can see, it goes up to 120 PSI, and it also goes down to, well, 1 PSI. So that top row there is what PSI you want it to be at, and then the big one at the bottom is obviously the PSI that you're currently in your tyres. And then to start it, you literally just press the start button there. It won't work now because it's got nothing attached. Or maybe it will. And as you've probably just seen, on the bottom you get a torch. So if you're using this at night, you've got a torch and you can actually see it in use. Now, it is relatively quick. I've got my bike over here at the minute, but I'm not going to let the tyres fully down, but I do need to check them because I'm going on a ride tomorrow morning. So we'll go over to the bike and I will show you it in action. So I have fully charged this, and then I have also deflated my tyre and inflated it to see how many times it had inflated, and I actually managed 3 full inflations with a little bit left, which was just enough to top one up a little bit, and that was a 28mm tyre. Now, these aren't the quietest thing in the world, let me tell you. None of them are that I've used, but it's irrelevant. When you're out on the road, your only importance is getting it up and running. Now, as you can see there, I'm currently sat at 53 PSI, and one of the benefits of this pump is being able to just leave it there and let it do its thing. So as you can see, I've got it set to 74 PSI. It's currently at 53. I'm gonna fast forward this a bit. It is relatively quick. And they are very noisy, let me tell you. And there you go. As you can see, it's at 74, shuts itself off, job done. And it's as simple as that. It's something I wouldn't be without now using electric pumps, because I do think they are far more efficient and precise than a hand pump. Yes, with a hand pump you can use them again and again and again. So if you're doing some sort of multi-day bikepacking trip, you could use it if you had a battery pack, and no doubt you will have a battery pack with you for charging your phones and stuff, but having a hand pump is something that you can use again and again and again. But it isn't as precise as this, dialing in that PSI that you want for the ride. So who do I think this is for? Now, if you're doing any kind of one-day sportive or even a couple of days sportive, I don't think you can go wrong with using this pump. Yeah, you get 3 charges out of it. I've never personally been on a ride where I've had more than 2 punctures in a ride. Touch wood, I hope I never do have any more than that. But using an electric pump over the last 9 months has not let me down. And by far and away, this pump it feels premium, it feels good quality. But let me tell you, the price is a good price. So these are currently retailing for $79.99 in the UK. Don't know what that is in the US, but it was popping up here. And they're one of the cheapest on the market. And coming from a brand like Trek, you know you're getting that backup where it comes to the service. And if it's not for you, you've also got that 30-day unconditional. Basically, they'll give you money back if you feel like it's not for you. So yeah, that's my review of the Trek Airrush Mini Electric Pump. Any questions, leave them down below. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.